All right, Gator fans. It was a really rough week. Felt like I was very confident going in with my strategy when it came to the draft. Felt like I drafted well because I got characters that I play really well with. And first game, Lionel got a meatball, really boosted his cushion there at the end. Kind of screwed me over there. But game two, I felt like I had figured out a little bit better. Some hits weren't landing, but I really should hold on to that lead more often than not, just to get us more than a possibility of 2 points. And then when I'm going into the third place game and I have to use a dance pad, which Jason made look way easier than it was, and he gave me some tips, but really did not work at all. Probably the most frustrating experience I've ever had playing a video game. And then so we'll bounce back next week. Hopefully, I'll be back for some blood, but we'll see what happens.
All right, third place, not bad for the birthday week. I don't like diverting praise outside of the Roaches, but I'll give it where it's due. Jason had me thinking I sucked. I was like, damn, I wasted these boons. I'm the worst player in the world. But then I absolutely embarrassed Maddie, so it just goes to show that Jason, he's playing on our level right now, so I think I would say we have to look out for the rats if it weren't for the fact that Colin's choking so hard. So I'm feeling okay with our placement. We're still in first. No big deal. Every boon was used this week, so only the meatballs back online for the pigeons, and we got a lot of good games coming up. So I think Roach Nation is still strong and going.
Man, talk about bittersweet, second place for the Astro Pigeons. Very happy about that. Not so happy about the way the first place game went. The games against Maddie, I was definitely, had a comeback in there. I was feeling really, really good about my play. And then nothing much else to say about that first place game. Second place was definitely earned in that game. So, got the points for the team, hope to build off of that at least and see what we can do moving forward. Astro Pigeons.
All right, Rats taking home another first place. I'm not really surprised. I did think the dance pad was like, I do it twice. It's just Tyler's opponents. I didn't need to go all out with the boons. But, we did what we did. It's fine. We take our 5 points. And we kind of dance on the graves of these schmucks. But yeah, I'm looking to win this one, honestly. I'm here in third place for sure from all these guys in the commentators as I'm absolutely smoking Lionel. We're going to change that. It's going to be a pretty clear first place.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Week 7 review. This was an absolutely crazy week. Every boon was used. Chaos ensued. We're just going to jump right in here. It started with me versus Jason. I opted to not only use our turn 0 Bowser in the classic draft, but I invoked the dance pad. I knew Jason was strong on it. I couldn't possibly have known how strong. I only was able to put up 2 runs against him with the dance pad. It was the best week 4. I stand by that, but definitely didn't do enough damage with the dance pad. And then once the dance pad went away, Jason started the feast.
Yeah, that's when we saw Jason's boons really start taking effect. We saw that double DK making really good plays in the infield, kind of holding runners up with the double laser. And then, of course, the plant Seiko, the Wario 2-run home run. Those plants, those drop spots really kind of took away Yoshi in left field, and I think that was really what the key point for Jason's success was. We saw a DK 2-run perfect home run as well, got to be 2-7. The game came back. It was close. It was a 5-10 final score, but you know what? You did great, and it's still weren't able to execute Jason with the dance pad, but it's okay.
I hit more on him than I thought I was going to. Like, I got a few gappers in with the blob and the yiff. But that plant Seiko, that, like, first of all, something that's not happened on camera, I think in our pre-recorded history ever, only maybe once on a stream, absolutely rattled me. I tried to fight back from it, but the plants were canceling Yoshi. The drop spots turning off made me miss an incredibly important Bowser Jr. catch that my brain defaulted to. I got to wall jump this, and it was just a fly out, and then it just kept going. Hammer Bro struck out looking. There were RBI doubles from Toadette. It just kept going, until eventually all I could do after 2 DK home runs was just scream really loudly at Jason.
Donkey Kong!
That's going to be the ball game.
It did not work. I wasted my birthday.
Yeah. So game 2 was Maddie versus Lionel. Maddie was the Birdo team, and Lionel was the Mario team. And we did see Boons use this game, but not that early. We saw on the top of the second a Peach RBI single for Lionel, and then also a Mario RBI single. And then Firebro ended up being caught looking to end the inning. But then Lionel gets the bases loaded. No one's covering second for an RBI single from Redbone. And then again, another Peach RBI. Lionel, 5-0, really on with his hitters early on in the part of the game.
Yeah, Matty definitely fought back, though. These were two players who were, I mean, honestly, they were fighting not to deal with the dance pad, right? They knew I was waiting for them in the Bronze League. We had some King Booth. We had a 3-run homer off the note block that brought Matty right back into it. Then Matty made some incredible catches in the top of the 6th, doing a fireball catch off of the fireball with a Luigi ending double play. Lionel makes some crazy plays the 3rd, an RBI egg. It was crazy going into the 9th. It was 5-4 with Lionel in the lead.
Yeah, and then we saw a second meatball, one of the two, used. Petey hits a 2-run homer at Peach's Gardens, and it ends up being a 7-4 lead. Lionel does a sick double play to end the game, and then I decided to use our rematch Boone, and we went into another game.
Yeah, another matchup, same exact team, same exact place. Meatball back online because it erased that game, so the Pigeons had their meatball back, and we took it from the top.
Yeah. Bottom of the 3rd, Birdo gets a 2 RBI triple. Toadsworth bunts to score in Birdo. Greenbones RBI single. A bunch of bunting shenanigans led to an inning-ending double play. Went right to Dixie, and it was, this is why you don't bunt. But hey, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah, we had a lot of small ball here. We had a PM RBI single. We had some crazy Luigi plays on a crazy deep PD far ball. Lionel scored 2 RBIs in the top of the 6th to make it 3-4. Matty still with the lead. And then right back, Matty hits a boomerang, perfect solo home run to make it a 2-run ball game.
Yeah, Lionel gets 2 men on base, lines out with Fire Bro. On the top of the 8th, we saw Dixie bunt in a run, making it 4-5. Peach 2 RBI single on a ridiculous fielder swap. Again, Peach and Lionel have just been a perfect recipe with his signature character. And then top of the 9th, we start talking about a meatball. Ultimately, did not be used, and then we saw Boomerang Bro star KO, gets Boomer into scoring position, and then Birdo ball, double play, and then the final out happens with the Toadsworth, I believe, star at the shortstop.
Yeah, Lionel takes it with 1 run, and it's a wild play because not only did it take out your rematch, but the Pigeons got their meatball back and didn't have to use it. So unfortunately for you guys, it was kind of the ultimate like blast of boons. Leaving this game, the only boon after 6 weeks of competition is half the meatball boon. They have 1 meatball in the pack. But it wasn't over yet. We had plenty more ball to go because that was a rematch. It was an extra game you guys got for free. So now we actually went to the bronze match. And I'm just going to be real. I have places to be. It was my birthday. I had a big old cake waiting for me. So I took Batty's big old feet, showed him how the dance pad work, and I just crushed him. Boshi RBI, Bowser RBI double, Bro RBI inside the Parker, 5th run scored on the 1st out, Yellow Madge inside the Parker, 7th run scored on the 2nd out. This is all in the bottom of the 1st. Matty tried his dangest to do anything in the top of the 2nd. Didn't work. Bowser comes back, kills, BJ ends it. Matty goes home sobbing.
Yeah,
another goose egg for the Gators.
It was a hard, tough sight to see. You know, Matty has played 2 weeks and has only accumulated 2 points for the Gators, and he's one of our signature players that we need him to. And he was upset, he was bummed out, but you know what? He had a dance pad, and you know, he had a really great series, at least against Lionel, with some more fair baseball. But you know what? That's a dance pad, baby, and that's Boons, and that's why we're here. That's why we play. Leading into our Game 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a little similar to Game 4. Jason kind of just laid it on thick, top of the 1st, scores 5 big runs, got some RBIs. It's pretty wild. Only big difference maker here is no dance pad. Jason Kyle just locked in. It really went to show that he was on it. It wasn't just like, oh, Tyler flubbed the dance pad. Jason's somewhere else. Yeah. We're all playing for the Ducks, and he's playing for the Yankees.
Yeah, you know what? There was no dance pad, like you said, but I feel like I saw Lionel's feet on the bottom of that chair, like, you know, what would happen if I had the dance pad? I don't know. I feel like he was warming up a little bit.
It's possible he was trying to imagine he had the dance pad to try and cushion that 11-0 mercy at the bottom of the 3rd. Because, yeah, he did make it 1 more inning than Matty did, but Matty had a dance pad. So I just think it goes to show that me and Jason were the Titans of this week. You know, we're on the same level. Lionel and Maddie are on the same level. And then when you try and put these two losers, Maddie and Lionel, with heroes like me and Jason, they just get crushed. It had nothing to do with the dance pad. Pure skill.
Our standings through the first 7 weeks are as followed. In fourth, my Gators with 14 points.
Again.
Yeah, tied for second, we do have the Pigeons and Rats at both 18 points. And in first, you know him, you love him, the birthday boy himself, not the captain, but the Roaches at a cool 20 points.
I feel like you were building up to say my name and it just didn't happen, but that's okay. I carried. I got us those 2 points to put us ahead of the Rats and the Pigeons, baby. And you know what? Even though all the boons were wiped for the most part this week, there was still one unlocked. Not only do the Pigeons still have their little crumb of a meatball left, but now the Rats have a additional signature character. That's right, Mario is going to be floating in the aether. Probably before next week, they will decide which of their players will be getting a Mario in addition to their existing signature player. So just for example, if Jason were to use it on himself, he would have Monty and Mario in every game going forward. So we're going to see how big of a difference that makes. But if you want to make a big difference, buy these fucking shirts, man. You could get your team 5 whole points. I know 5 is a small number in the grand scheme of infinity, but in the grand scheme of 0 to 5, it's a lot. So help out your team. Help out Dinger City. Become a member. Look at them. They're all so pretty. And we will be back next week for Big Balla. That is right. The online beloved game mode is making its way to Dinger City. Tune in. Dinger City out.